The TV46 Game of the Week is brought to you by Martin Supermarkets, Jordan Automotive, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, Adams Remco, JV Macri Orthodontics, Teachers Credit Union, Crown Trophies, Sweeney Julian Personal Injury Trial Attorneys, Electrical Workers Local 153, IU South Bend, Smart Cabinetry, and Ancilla College. Now, the TV46 Game of the Week.
Well, they call it the Great Western Forum, and it's been the site of some tremendous games over the years, and another one on tap here tonight as the Marian Knights take on the Washington Panthers with an NIC title on the line. And we welcome you, everyone, to a tremendous environment and a good crowd on hand already. I'm Bob Nagel along with Bo Hunt and Bill Beck. Chuck Freebie is still on assignment with Notre Dame baseball. He'll be back with us next week. In the meantime, we get a chance to really bring you a classic game, and I think this one will be. Bo Hunt, you're done with the Marian Knights, who lost one of their top players. Blum tore an ACL. He's out for the season. He had some size that they can certainly use tonight. They're going to have to find another way to battle Washington on the boards.
Well, they definitely are, and their guards have been doing it all year. Rogers and Whitfield, they've been really crashing those boards hard. They're going to have to really especially do it tonight. I think the key for Marian tonight is they really need to get up and down the floor, run that fast break. A faster-paced game is going to be favor them.
Washington would like to have some speed and some shooters and some size. Oh, they do. And that's one of the reasons they're undefeated in the NIC tonight. They've got a tremendous group, and they really believe in each other. They played together for a long time, and they got a great unit.
They really do. They played together for a while now. They're a veteran squad, veteran coach. They really mend well together. I think they pass well, they rebound, they shoot, they run that set offense very well. And they're going to be a reckon with tonight, that's for sure.
A couple of good coaches, too, and Chad Johnson and Rob Berger. Bill Beck is going to be on our sidelines for us tonight for Dr. J.V. Macri. And, Bill, one of the things that we talked about before the game was the difference that seniors can make. Coaches always pray to have seniors on their club. Washington has 5 of them, Marian now with 2, and that could be a real deciding factor tonight.
It's hard to go through the NIC unbeaten, and if you've got 5 quality seniors on the floor, that's a big feather in your cap. I think that may be the difference in this game tonight. Whereas last week, we had Riley and Adams. We had 2 seniors in the entire building playing basketball. We've got 7 really good ones out here tonight, Bob.
Well, it'll be a good part of the test tonight. We're going to see how that works out. We're going to come back in just a moment, and we'll have our Jordan Automotive keys to win and key players. And we'll get ready to go for what we hope will be a real classic game for you here on TV46. Marian at Washington coming up. Our TV46 pregame show brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. Jordan Way, easy, stress-free, and one low price. And we also want to thank our pre- and post-game report, sponsored by Wings Etc. Great food, ice-cold beverages, HGTV Sports, plus great daily lunch specials. Visit any of our area locations. Wings Etc. proud to sponsor high school athletics. And we're proud to be bringing you this game on our Game of the Week broadcast. The Marian Knights come in with a record of 18-3 as they are taking on the Washington Panthers. And the Washington Panthers with a record of 15-5, but they're 11-0 in the NIC. Marian has 1 loss in the NIC, and so tonight they could share the overall championship. There's a division title on the line as well, but we're looking forward to this one. To look at our key players, first of all, for the Marian Knights, and this might be one of the top players in the area, if not in the state. Jair Rogers, 5'10" senior guard, averaging over 20 points a game, and really has picked up. You think about Devin Kennedy and you think about Demetrius Jackson. He's another one in the line of great guards for the Marian Knights. Also, you got to keep an eye on Jake Whitfield. He's a 5'11" senior, and with the loss of their big man inside, and they lost him to a knee injury just last week. Anthony Blum is out, so Jake Whitfield's going to take on added responsibilities for rebounding. He can do that because he's not only a good player and a good shooter, but he also is a strong young man. He can win some of those rebounds. And Bo, the keys to win tonight for Marian.
Well, the keys to win tonight for the Marian Knights, they need to battle on the boards, and that's everybody from their guards all the way to their centers. Contain their dribble. That means they need to make sure they contain Washington at all times and be strong with the ball. They have to be strong underneath on those rebounds and in the pressure as well. Rob Berger in his 9th year at Marian.
Coach Johnson does a great job coaching them. You know they're going to defend. You know they're going to play hard. And they're going to be relentless on the offensive boards. And they're going to really look to attack your defense. It's going to be a tough task for us tonight.
And for the Washington Panthers, their key players, and again, a very talented group, tough to pick just 2 out of the 4 or 5 their key contributors. But Brian Givens is outstanding, a 6-foot senior, and he is one of the top players, averaging 15.5 points per game and shooting 35% from three-point range, leads them in assists with 4.7 per game. Also in that lineup, Kalen Andrews, a 6'5 senior, outstanding young man, 14.9 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, and I'll tell you what, he is a real contributor, real team player, shoots 76% for the line. Excellent student as well. Let's take a look at the keys to win now for the Washington Panthers.
Well, the Washington Panthers, keys to win, stay near Jair. That means they must know where he's at all times. Post defense and rebound. The key to win tonight is really that rebound and really that post defense for Washington and that senior leadership. They have a lot of it out there and use that leadership throughout the game. Chad Johnston in his 14th year with the Panthers.
It's going to be a real tough game. I'm really excited. It's a great opportunity, our last home game for our seniors. So I'm really excited to see how they come out and respond against a really good Marian team.
Well, we're going to hear that term seniors a lot tonight, and it was very emotional here before the game. The senior players and managers and some of the other folks, the contributors, the cheer squad, really having a great ceremony here at Washington to celebrate senior night. It's that time of year, isn't it? Down to the wire in the NIC, Marian and Washington is coming up next here on TV 46. Tonight's TV 46 high school basketball game of the week being brought to you in part by Martin Supermarkets. Martin's, count on us. Back with you from the Great Western Forum. We like to call it here at Washington High School. Good crowd on hand. It's going to be a tough ticket by the time everybody gets seated, and that's the way it should be for a game of this kind of importance. You know, you take a look at the NIC standings, and again, what a great year for Washington, 11-0. Marian's 10-1. They got some really good teams. Riley's 8-3. So is St. Joseph. Elkhart Central is 8-4. They don't have any more conference games left. Adams is 6-5. Penn 6-6. So if a team like Penn is 6-6, it's been a tough year in the NIC, and that's why we're really excited about having this championship game here tonight. And, you know, we had a chance to talk recently with Mark Johnson, head coach over at Riley High School. His thoughts. He's played both these teams. Found out what he thought.
Again, great game, and I've said this a whole bunch of times. I think the NIC is as good as any conference in the state of Indiana. And the 2 teams playing for that last game for the championship of the conference, it's going to be a big one. And again, I hope that you have that on TV. I will put that on TiVo, and I'll be able to see it after our game.
Mark Johnson, head coach of the Riley Wildcats. They're playing John Glenn tonight, so he's got some work to do himself tonight. And Bo Hunt, when we look at the matchup, when we look at the keys to win and the series history, all those things, you look at Washington leading the all-time series 23-13. First meeting back in 1967. Jack Lohman was the head coach of the Marian Knights back then. Last meeting, Marian a winner 77-72, the final score. And, boy, I tell you what, they're doing the lineups now, and you just look at the talent on both these teams. It's pretty impressive. Let's take a look at those starting lineups.
Yeah, the starting lineups tonight. First for the Marian Knights, you got Rogers, Whitfield, Hemingway, Latimer, and Barnard. And for Washington Panthers, Givens, Glass, Brazier, Andrews, and Wilson. That's your starting lineups tonight for the Marian Knights and Washington Panthers.
When you look at those Washington names, they've been playing there quite a bit. As Chad Johnson said in our pregame interview, some of these guys have been starters since they were freshmen. Our four-quarter sponsor tonight for this Washington game is Biomat USA. Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA. They're located at 1901 West Western Avenue in South Bend, and they're pleased and honored to have people there to donate blood, and we're glad to have Biomat with us on our broadcast tonight. We're about ready to tip it off. We've got the Washington Panthers in their home white uniforms with the, I guess it's a gold number. It's going to be tough to see against that white uniform. Marian in their road gray uniforms with blue numbers. And in that center jump circle for Marian, well, it didn't much matter because Washington got themselves the opening tip. And we're underway with action. And again, these are 2 very veteran teams, experienced teams. The first shot put up by Washington is off, no good. Missed by Glass, and Marian winds up with the basketball. Jair Rogers got it over to Whitfield. And Whitfield now passing it out top. Jair Rogers has it. Got it over to Hemingway. He kicks in the corner. Latimer. No, that was Whitfield. Couldn't get a shot. Now on top, that's Latimer, 14. Jair Rogers drives in. Little shovel shot. It's way long. And the rebound comes down to Washington's Anthony Brazier. Where's number 11 on that uniform? Looks like Brian Givens will have that defensive assignment for as long as he can without foul trouble, trying to guard Jair Rogers. Walks in with the ball on the baseline. Kick to the far side. Now outside, long jumper on the way. That's off the iron, no good. And saved inbound. Washington going to go right back up with a shovel shot. That's no good. Another offensive rebound and a block by Whitfield, but a foul called. And I think it's going to be on Whitfield as he was trying to stop the inside efforts that time by Kalen Andrews.
They're early, Bob. We've already talked about, Washington's force on the inside and their ability to rebound. And Marian needs to really crash the board and can't give the second and that time third effort by Washington. And here they're making them pay for it.
First free throw is up and no good. 6:51 to go, first quarter of action. Washington is 0 for about 6. Bill Beck will be our sideline reporter tonight and will give us an update on stats at halftime. Jair Rogers had the rebound, taken away, got it back, and another shot put up. This was deflected out of bounds by Latimer. Boy, a lot of shots for Washington and nothing to show for it. Marian doing what they can. Big size difference inside, and Washington pounding the ball right down inside. Now a dribble drive to the basket, and a shot put up no good, and Jair Rogers with the rebound. Was that Hemingway had the rebound. Now they lose it down on the baseline. Here comes Washington with the basketball. With the basketball is Anthony Brazier, 6'1" senior. Got it out top now to Lorenzo Glass. Lorenzo Glass with number 4 set a nice pick. Driving inside, they kick it out to the side. Perimeter shot is up and an out wouldn't go. Rebound put back up and in. And a nice follow shot by Anthony Brazier. He has 2.
Marian really needs to find bodies on those shots. You can see right there, Washington's doing a great job of crashing the boards hard on those three-point attempts and getting those second and third efforts.
Hemingway with the basketball, looking for an opportunity. Washington the man-to-man. Whitfield goes inside, got strongly to the hoop, drew a foul. And so Whitfield will get a chance to go to the free throw line. Looks like maybe Glass. And it is. Lorenzo Glass has his first foul. Each team with 1.
Barnaby's Pizza on Jefferson has been voted the Reader's Choice for Best Pizza in 2015. Nothing goes better on game day than a piping hot pizza with all your favorite toppings. Stop in this weekend at Barnaby's Pizza. Come in and celebrate the win. Barnaby's Pizza is our proud sponsor for tonight's game, and they fed our crew, and what a great job they did.
They certainly did. It took, 10 minutes to wake up the crew when we got here? Whitfield makes 1 of 2. Second one on the way. Got that one. Whitfield with a couple of free throws. Here come the Washington Panthers. Into the high post again. The ball knocked away. Nice defense by Marian. You can't block a shot, but you knock the ball away from Andrews, and the ball picked up by Marian and whistle. The ball was knocked out of bounds. Marian will retain the possession. Inbounds goes to Hemingway. Michael Hemingway played pretty good football for the Marian Knights this year and was a little banged up when the season started. His stats would be a little bit better, but getting his confidence back. Got out to Jair Rogers, got the defender moving. Whitfield had it. He goes inside, tried to kick it out, and a whistle and a foul call on Washington. And I'm going to wait. I've been a bad habit of calling the foul before the official does, and that one's on Brian Givens, his first.
That
little bump.
Tyler White on that one. 23?
23 got the foul, not 3, my bad. Marian comes up with a shot, knocked it down. Marian on top 4-2. Lorenzo Glass out on the right side. Got out top to Givens, puts on a move, got inside a little bit, shoveled it up nicely off the glass. Big time move there by Givens. And it's a 4-4 ball game. Might be this way all night, Bo. It's going to be tough to score. Good pass intended inside for Latimer, and he wasn't able to hold it. And it's out of bounds. The ball will belong to Washington. Got off his fingertips. There's a look at our officials tonight. Ronald Mack, John Krzyzewski, and Roy Lesher is the veteran of this group. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, I guess. Krzyzewski. Mike Krzyzewski, the head coach of Duke, doesn't pronounce the K, but we'll do it if they want. Shot put up by Washington, again a miss, and here comes Whitfield with the rebound. He's going to push it all the way down the floor, got to the hoop, put it up, and it's fouled again.
That's on White. That'd be White's second foul.
It is on White.
And that's Marian right there. You can see on the Adams Remco copy. That's Marian's game. They like to get up the floor and really push that ball and really have their guards drive to the basket and get the other team in foul trouble and go to that line.
Whitfield at the free throw line, rolls around. That one wouldn't stay.
Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA. They have pride for donors and passion for patients. Biomat is located at 1901 West Western Avenue in South Bend. There are a million reasons to donate plasma. What's your reason? Share with us at Pound. What's your reason?
Whitfield misses the second one, and his teammates come up with the rebound, and Marian will keep the possession. Latimer, number 14. Whitfield dribbling around on top, drives inside, kicked it off in the corner. Hemingway had it behind the back, now lost it off his foot. Washington will pick it up and in transition, take it all the way down, trying to finish strong. Was Anthony Brazier. Marian has to foul to keep that one out of the hoop. Tough break there for Hemingway as it went off his foot, and there you see the contact, body contact there by Latimer. That's his first foul. So Zach Latimer gets a foul, and a free throw put up, bounced around a little bit, but went in. And counted for Anthony Brazier. He has 3 points in the ball game, and Washington on top 5-4.
Check Martin's weekly ad circular or go online to the website to check out this week's specially priced ad values. You can save 3 ways at Martin's supermarkets: advertised items, price drops, and warehouse values.
Second free throw missed. Marian unable to grab it. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to Washington. 4 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter, and we got a 5-4 ball game. Long shot from the outside is off, no good, but the rebound put back up by Glass, and he's fouled on the way up. And that looks like the first foul on Jair Rogers tonight. A little bit out of position, tried to reach over and draws the foul, his first. So Lorenzo Glass will get a chance to go to the free throw line, and his first one is off, no good. Five for the score, Washington Panthers. Get another free throw, and this one is good. So Glass knocks down the second one. He has one, and it's a 6-4 ball game. Jair Rogers hasn't taken a shot yet. He said he's being guarded very closely out there by Bryant Givens. Givens is 6 foot, and Rogers listed at 5'10". But there's some quickness involved on both parts. Hemingway on top, comes over the right side to Whitfield. Whitfield drives inside, got his man in the air, short jumper up, it wouldn't go, and a rebound is down to Washington. Pretty good effort inside there by Josh Wilson, number 32, got the rebound. Washington not trying to force the issue, but they're not delaying either. There's a shot put up, and that missed everything. Marian with the rebound. And back the other way, a traveling call against the Marian Knights.
And a little bit of nerves still going on with this game. I believe both teams still trying to get comfortable in the game. They're really pressing it just a little bit too much here, and you see Marian's got their first sub now, and see if they can kind of settle down here.
Checking in now for Marian is R.J. Decker. Barnard goes to the sidelines for Marian. Long shot. Well, is it a pass or a shot? It evidently was a pass because it got into the right hands, and putting it up and in is Kalen Andrews for 2. 8-4, Washington on top. Again, you got to see Jair Rogers in action offensively, but sometimes, you got a good scorer, Bo. You wait maybe till the other guy gets a little lead in his legs, or just feel out how they're going to play it. Hemingway tried to drive inside, was fouled on the way in. Our fouls tonight brought to you by Sweeney Julian. They remind you, if you get a bad call in life, whether it be a traffic accident, personal injury, call Sweeney Julian. It's as serious as it gets. Call them at 247-1234. Marian the inbound under her own basket. Rogers lobs it. Got it to Decker. Ball knocked away. Here comes Washington. And up for the shot, but missing for the Panthers was Brazier, and on the rebound, a foul called on Marian.
Oh, they're counting the basket on that. Looked like they blew the whistle under the bucket, and then somebody tipped it in after the foul.
I think they're doing what the right thing here. The officials are coming over talking about it, and Roy Lesher, the veteran, said no basket. And so it'll be a free throw opportunity coming up. Foul is on Whitfield. That's his first.
You can see a great copy of it here by Adams Remco.
Well, they called it a Decker. That was wrong both times. The ball will be out of bounds and a common foul to the Washington Panthers. Lob it way out on top to Brazier. Drives around the right side, got it to Glass, back to Brazier. Brazier with a big hop step, kicked it to the corner. And Glass knocks it down. No, it was Brazier who knocked it down. I knew I'd have trouble with those numbers tonight, Bo, because the numbers are yellow on a white background. Who does that? We'll take a break, come back in a moment. TV 46 coverage of the Marian-Washington game from the Great Western Forum continues in a moment. Tonight's broadcast, the Marian-Washington game being brought to you by Ancilla College. Ancilla College, we believe in you. Bill Beck is on our sidelines tonight to be reporting for JV Macri Orthodontics. And well, in addition to some of the other deals, Marian got a new set of uniforms, and the uniform numbers that we were given aren't matching up with what we had. And we were able to surmise who most of the guys are, not much mistaking Jair Rogers and Jake Whitfield. We know some of those guys from football. Now Latimer for a three on the way. Got it! He's a big weapon for Marian.
Yeah, he definitely is, and Marian needed that spark there, and back within 4 now.
11-7 the score. Latimer knocked down the three, answering the one that Flash had a moment ago. Now a good shot in the lane. Good creativity there by Kalen Andrews, knocked it down. He's got 4. 13-7, the Panthers on top. Jair Rogers dribbles in, kicks it to Whitfield. Whitfield wanted to go inside and a tackle. Latimer was being yanked backwards when he tried to catch the pass, and that foul is whistled against Lorenzo Glass. That's his second. And Washington will go to the bench. Glass will come out. And checking into the ball game is Corey McKinney, a 6-foot sophomore. They really like this kid. Plays really good defense. Shot put up from the outside, no good. Tipped out of there by Hemingway, and a foul called on the rebound. And they're walking to the other end, so I think the foul is probably on Hemingway. And that is his first. And so the ball belongs to the Washington Panthers. Indiana High School boys sectional action coming up next week. We'll have games for you here on TV 46. And I remind you about the girls' state finals tomorrow. Good luck to Argus and Penn. Girls carrying the banner for Northern Indiana down there to Bankers Life Stadium. Should be a great day. See it here live on TV 46. Looked like a little travel step. Now the ball knocked away and knocked away again. Whitfield chases it down from Marian. Jake Whitfield. Up top of the key, looking for some space, but he's running into a pretty good sized body in Josh Wilson. So Wilson looks like a tight end or linebacker, doesn't he, Bo?
Yeah, and I think they made that switch up and put him on Whitfield just because he's got a bigger body mass, and Whitfield's a little bit stronger of a guard than you're normally to have.
Hemingway missed. Rebound down to Washington. Another shot up and another foul called on the Marian Knights. Marian with Blum out of there. Anthony Blum's out with the injury, so not as much depth as they might have had earlier in the season. And foul is called on Decker. I think again, that's 2 on R.J. Decker.
Marian's Hall of Fame inductee, Rod Goodchild, is coming out with his second book on Marian Knights tradition titled 50 years of Marian High School athletic legends, 1966 to 2016. It's going on sale July 30th, and go get it. It's magic. Yeah, that's the ticket. Go Blue, go Knights, go Marian.
All right, good child, Mr. Spirit. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound down to Jair Rogers. We've got 19 seconds to go. Marian has gone to the bench, and checking in is Coley Quinn, 6'2 freshman. Getting some time here in the first quarter. 14-7, Washington by 7. Jair Rogers drives inside, throws it up, soft jumper wouldn't go, missed everything. And a rebound down to Washington, half-court shot, wind up in the concession stand, which is now open because we're through one quarter of action. 14-7 the score, Washington leading the Marian Knights after 8 minutes. We're back in a moment. 3-point barrage at the end of that quarter. More action to follow here on TV 46 WHME. Tonight's TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Adams Remco. We will never let you down. We sponsor our replays during the broadcast tonight. This is no replay. This is live television as Bill Beck joins us from the sidelines. And Bill, once we got past the uniform number change for Marian, we're doing okay. But Washington's got it going, getting a lot of offensive boards.
They're also doing a nice job on the defense, too, Bob. Only 8 field goal attempts in that quarter by Mishawaka. Marian, 14 for Washington, but only 3 by Jair Rogers. And 2 of those, I think, were kind of off-balance, wild shots. He's not getting the kind of shots he wants to get in the framework of the offense. And right now, Rob Berger and his staff have to find a way to get him some shots and get him comfortable in this game.
All right, Bill Beck, thank you very much. We're going to check in later in the game and get some idea about just how effective Jair Rogers has been. He comes open now, wants to take a 3, partially blocked. Nice defense there by Brian Gibbons, and here come the Panthers quickly down the floor. Kind of a lazy hand layup by Gibbons. He knocks it down. He's got 5 points tonight, and Washington on top, 16-7.
The second quarter is sponsored by Biomat USA. Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA, where they have pride for donors and passion for patients.
Whitfield went down hard. Gibbons went down hard. These guys know each other well. They played a lot of basketball against each other. And a lot of mutual respect here tonight. And Whitfield drew the foul. It's a common foul out of bounds. The contact came before any kind of a shot. Got it into Quinn. And he got it to Jair Rogers, the foul on the floor. Let's see who this one's on.
Not sure if they called it on the screen or called a hold.
Foul on Corey McKinney. Jair Rogers, I think, was down in the low post getting ready to break out. Somebody had his jersey, and it'll be a 7th foul on Washington here in the first half, so it'll be a bonus situation for Marian, and it'll be Latimer going to the line. Latimer for Marian, 89% from the charity stripe. Makes the first one. Bo, he's also very effective from three-point range. 50% in the season. He's made 52 out of 105.
He is great there behind the arc. And these free throws are brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Frick's Dairy Queen, home with a $5 lunch special.
And Latimer misses the second one, and a rebound down to Brazier, and he heads down the floor. Got it on the left wing. Now it's on the right wing, and another long one thrown in by Washington, and this time it's Corey McKinney with the three-pointer.
What a great look the outside there. And dribble drive and kicked it back out, wide open for McKinney. Commanding lead now by Washington, up by 11. Just under 7 to go in the second.
Woodfield driving inside, trying to get to the hoop. Protected the ball nicely, went up, and they call him on the travel. This time Washington's best defense might have been to get out of the way a little bit because he had the ball protected. There's 1, 2, 3 steps. And he blocked the shot anyway. Pretty good defense there by Washington. I think Bill Beck made a very good point. A lot of things are going well for Washington. Offensive rebounding and all those things, but they are playing really good defense against the Knights so far.
They really are. They're really fronting them up and not giving them any lanes to drive.
Frazier shot from the outside, blocked by Whitfield.
Come get yourself a premium sandwich at a not-so-premium price. Try the oven-hot, artisan-style DQ Bakes Chicken Bacon Ranch Sandwich for less than $5 today. Only at Frick's DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hemingway came up with a loose ball, fed it ahead to Jair Rogers, and you don't really care how you get that first basket, just get it. And Rogers gets it on the transition. 19-10 the score. Marian trying to put a line in the sand. With the basketball is Givens, got inside, able to finish. Brian Givens now with 7 points in the ball game, and Washington up 21-10. Back the other way comes Hemingway, lost the handle. And now it's picked up and knocked out of bounds. Let's see, they're going to give it to Washington. Good hustle by Hemingway to try to get it back. But Washington goes back to the bench. Lorenzo Glass with 2 fouls will check in. And Latimer's in there, along with Barnard, who's back in the ball game now for Marian. Brian Givens, 6-foot senior. Off to a good start in the ball game. Going to take another shot from the wing. It's up no good, and the rebound down to Marian for a second, but stolen away. And back up and in by Brazier. Brazier having a good first half. He's got 8 points. Now a long one from the corner by Marian, and knocking it down is Latimer. Latimer's got a license to shoot that anytime he wants.
Well, that was a great shot by Latimer, and Marian trying to put a little pressure and slow up Washington a little bit there with Hemingway getting the foul called on him.
Well, Marian is
it's Hemingway's second.
Made a couple of three-pointers that have helped it. Hemingway now with his second foul. You got to be careful. Not a whole lot of depth for the Knights. Again, they've had some injuries. Everybody's had injuries this time of year, Bo. That's no excuse, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, you really don't have them at this time of the year. And again, great job on the offensive board for Washington.
Got it right back inside. They kick it to the corner. It's knocked away, and there's a foul. Got to be on Washington, I believe. Wow. Yeah, the foul is on Brazier. It's his first. It looked, Bo, like there was going to be a discussion because it was a tough effort for Matt Barnard trying to get position inside, but once he got position for the rebound, and look at this effort by Glass. What a great play, and he got it up nice and high because he knew his guys could probably win that battle. As it is, the Marian Knights will get a chance to go to the free throw line. Barnard, Matt Barnard, a 6'2" junior at the line. 62% on the season, missed the first one.
Marian Knights free throws brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen.
Washington will kick the ball from side to side, look inside. There's a long pass, it's saved. Boy, that's as high a pass as you can have without it getting away. Now they go in the corner, driving down the baseline, and the bump. Like Barnard got called on a foul down there defensively.
Wings Etc. is a proud sponsor of high school athletics throughout Michiana. Wings Etc. Great food, ice cold beverages, HD TV sports, plus great daily lunch specials. Visit any of our 10 area locations or online at wingsetcetera.com.
Our quarter sponsor tonight, wonderful folks at Biomat USA. Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA, where they have pride for donors and passion for patients. Biomat USA. 24-13. Another free throw coming up here. It's on the way, and he made them both. 25-13. Marian down by a dozen. Now, Marian does have a good three-point attack. Came back from a second half deficit to Chesterton the other night. Hemingway got inside off the glass. Soft roll wouldn't stay, and the rebound is down to Marian. And a jump ball is called, and let's see who gets it on the alternating possession. I believe it's the Washington Panthers. Good effort inside by Barnard to get the ball, but Bo, then he didn't have much of a plan afterwards, and they tied him up pretty quick.
Yeah, he grabbed the ball, and there wasn't anybody around to get the ball off to or go back up. There's too many Washington players around, and what a great job there by Andrews to just grab onto the ball as well.
4:39 left to go in the first half. Brazier. Glass, they get in the corner, jumper up no good, and Whitfield tipped that one around, and it comes down the hands of Barnard, and here comes Jair Rogers. Here's the speed we talked about. He got inside, off the glass, got it to go, draws the foul, and I believe it's the second foul on Givens. Jair Rogers with 4.
Rogers finally able to get to the hole that time. It took a lot of effort as well, and it was pretty good defense, and didn't see much on that, just a little bit of arm.
A little bit of a bump. Rogers has been outstanding. He's 89% from the line, 43% from three-point range.
Free throws brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Frick's Dairy Queen, this is fan food, not fast food.
5 points for Jair Rogers. Marian cuts the lead back to 9. Need to work on it here in the next 4 minutes or so. Glass. Boy, powerful pass inside and good defense by Marian to tie up the ball. They're going to call a foul on that.
Looks like they want to call a foul on it. Rogers. Imaginary Finishing Technologies is a world-class finishing company. They specialize in plating, coating, testing, and consulting services. IFT serves the aerospace, automotive, medical, and military and defense department.
At the free throw line for the Washington Panthers now, Kalen Andrews knocks it down. Oh, I'm sorry, did not. Yeah, he did, knocked it down. We have another one coming here. Second one is good. You're going to see more of that young man at halftime. He's our student athlete of the week from Washington. Kalen Andrews, what a terrific young man. A lot of energy in that guy. Marian basketball down by 11 again, driving inside and stopping with the soft roll. No call made as a pretty good defensive effort that time by the Washington Panthers by Brazier to get out of the way. And they go the other end, and Washington Panthers knock it down. Washington has opened a 29-16 lead over the Marian Knights, so we've got a timeout on the floor. We're back with more of this NIC Championship Clash right here on TV 46. Tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School basketball brought to you in part by JV Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. We're going down to Bill Beck here in just a couple of minutes. We got 30 seconds left in this timeout, and Rob Berger talking to his troops about staying the course, do what we do. Some fouls have started to pile up a little bit, Bo, and that could be an advantage for Marian a little bit, but Marian doesn't have much depth either when it comes to taking out some of their top players. That's why Jair Rogers has stayed in there.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think the foul situation is something that needs to be looked at here going forward here in the first half and going into the second half, because Marian is a team that likes to get to the free throw line. They like to get the other team in some foul trouble, but Marian, on the other hand, yes, they don't have a lot of depth. So we'll see what progresses here in the rest of the second half here with just over 3.5 to go.
3:35 left to go in the second quarter. Biomat USA, our quarter sponsor tonight. Jair Rogers, boy, he's, Gibbons, Glass, Brazier, really good defenders for Washington as well. Hemingway got it out to Whitfield finally, 3:14 to go. And the Knights want to get a quality shot in this every possession tonight. Tried to look inside that time to Bernard. Now Latimer moves around, sets the screen. They kick it back out on top. Rogers comes up with it. Jair has it nearly taken away, and a foul call. And the foul is whistled on Brian Gibbons, and that's his third.
Tonight's Smart Play of the Game will be highlighted at the end of tonight's contest, and that's powered by Smart Cabinetry. They're customer-focused, budget-conscious, and rapid delivery.
And our fouls tonight, sponsored by Sweeney Julian. If you're unhappy about something that's happened in your life and you need legal representation, make sure you got the #1 team. That's Sweeney Julian. Give them a call. 247-1234. 247-1234. You can reach them online at theverdict.com.
Marian Knights free throws are sponsored by Frick's Dairy Queen, the Chill Grill and Chill Restaurant.
Jair Rogers makes them both. Jair getting on the board a little bit here as the half continues, and he's got 7 points just in the second quarter. Another shot put up, no good. Rebound up, no good. Another chance, and the Marian Knights tip it away, and here comes a 2-on-1. Whitfield will take it and finish. Whitfield with excellent speed. One of the reasons he's going to college to play football down in Indianapolis. And after the play, the official's talking about something here. I don't know what happened. Good tip there by Jair Rogers, and he's with Whitfield, but Whitfield able to finish. Jake Whitfield. 4 points in the first half. Marian has cut the lead back to 9. Glass is playing with 2 fouls. Got to be a little bit careful. A little high-low action there, and it's off for boy, I tell you what, that ball hit Anthony Brazier pretty hard and went out of bounds. I think Marian, I know that Rob Berger is up off the bench, and he's seen a couple of calls so far tonight that he didn't agree with. Now inside, ball handed off with a nice shot, a nice finish. Wonderful play inside as Kalen Andrews finishes. He has a half a dozen.
What a great finish by Andrews, and the pass and setup was just tremendous as well.
31-20, Panthers on top. They kick it over to Hemingway. Hemingway can score. He's just a little hesitant sometimes, and in this game, you got to be really decided what you want to do. Here's Jair Rogers for 3. Rogers knocks it down.
Finally getting open and off a screen. This guy fell down. And looked like Chad Johnson was a little upset. It looked like the screen was a little hard on that.
Washington fires another bomb, and that one's good.
Glass with the 3.
Lincoln Glass used no glass that time. Knocked it down. We knew both teams could shoot the 3 well, and right now Washington using it to keep Marian at bay. 34-23 the score. 1:20 to go in the first half. Jair Rogers in the corner, drives inside, lost the handle. That ball was... Washington fans not happy about that. Rob Berger thinking maybe the call's even up a little bit. Marian has it out top. That one's stolen away. Look out. Thunder dunk come. Oh, Whitfield blocked the shot. Andrews was going to go up and put a big exclamation point. Whitfield said, nah, I don't think so.
Called a foul on that.
Well, I don't know. Let's take another look. Yeah, he got the arm.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if that ball goes down, this place just goes crazy, and I think maybe it was a good free throw, especially now that Andrews missed the free throw.
Yeah, it's Whitfield's only his second foul as well, and so it did calm the crowd down a little bit. Jordan Automotive Group in Mishawaka. Experience a difference with the Jordan way. Easy, stress-free, one low price.
Second free throw by Andrews is good. Well, I was getting ready to make the big call and the dunk there. Bo, I got a little cheated. 1 minute to go. 1 minute left in the first half. Whitfield almost had it stolen, gets inside. Went in strong and a blocking foul call. I think it's on Glass. Somebody was going to get their third. And I believe it's the number, no, they called that one on Tyler White. That's his third. So it will be, no, they called it on, Corey McKinney got his third. My bad. Whitfield at the line, free thrown away, off no good. Jake Whitfield's family, the remarkable family that has become part of Demetrius Jackson's family. And what a wonderful job he's doing at Notre Dame. And man, I tell you what, can you ever have enough brothers? Jake's got one who's leading the Fighting Irish, and Jake's doing a good job with the Marian Knights. Second free thrown away. That one's off no good. And the rebound fought for. And they're going to say that it went off of Washington. Battling for that rebound was Josh Wilson, 6'4". And he's a big fella, just couldn't get the handle on it. Marian down by 12. A 3 here would be huge. 2 would be good. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Jair Rogers goes down the lane, was tripped up on the way down. Let's see who the foul's on. And the foul is on the big man, Kalen Andrews. He has the foul. He didn't think so, and Glass didn't think so either, but Glass kind of fed him over toward Andrews, but it'll be free throws for the Marian Knights.
Marian Knights free throws sponsored by Frick's Dairy Queen. $5 lunch. Lunch will never be the same.
Rogers makes the first one. Didn't have much going in that first quarter tonight, but in the second quarter, he's done outstanding. He's got 11 points in the second quarter alone. His second free throw on the way. That one's good.
Score big with the low-rate TCU Visa Platinum credit card. Don't miss out on a good play. Apply online today at tcunet.com/credit cards and see TCU Visa Platinum terms and conditions for complete details.
Bill Beck will be speaking with Chad Johnson here at the end of the first half. 32 seconds left to go. On top of the basketball, Bryant Givens. I think, Bo, they're probably going to get it down to about 8 or 9 seconds before they run what they want to run. Don't want to give Marian another chance. 10-point lead for Washington here as we head toward the break. Givens gets a little pressure there from Hemingway. Now kicks it back on the left side. Givens on the right side of the glass. He drives inside, went up for the shot off the glass, got it to go. 5 seconds to go. Here comes Marian. Hemingway. Jair Rogers off the rim, no good. And Washington played that well. They're going to go to halftime with a 12-point lead over the Marian Knights. And Bill Beck is down courtside with Chad Johnson as he heads to the locker room. Bill?
Coach, you got a 12-point lead here. You did a nice job, Rogers, in the first quarter. Second quarter, he seemed to be more aggressive. How do you shut him down here in the second half?
Continue to do what we've been doing. He's a great player. He's bound to get some shots off and make some shots. We just got to continue the rest of the guys. But if we have help with Rogers, I think we'll be okay.
Offensively, what did you like about what you did in the first half?
I thought we moved the ball pretty well, but I still don't think we have a lot. We want to get the ball inside a little bit more. And if we do that, it'll open up the outside a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Bob and Bo, back to you.
Thank you, Bill. What a classy guy, Chad Johnson, a Bethel pilot, who, by the way, are one of our sponsors for our broadcast tonight. They remind you to go online at bethelcollege.edu and find out about summer camps coming up. And congratulations to Mike Lightfoot's team as they've advanced in the Crossroads Tournament. Halftime activity coming up in a moment here on TV 46. And we welcome you back to the Great Western Forum here at Washington High School as we get a chance to honor our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. Well, a couple of outstanding representatives as always. Kaylin Andrews is with us from Washington High School and Patrick Ernst from Marian High School. We'll talk to the visitor first. And Patrick, first of all, congratulations on all you're doing and doing it so well academically. Football, you're involved in rugby and wrestling at a high level. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very pleased and honored to be accepting this award. Very proud and thankful for what I've been able to do, both in the classroom and on the athletic fields, mats and whatnot.
I'll tell you what, one of the things that we always talk about with our award winners is how you handle that time constraint, because you'd like to do a lot of things socially. I know you're involved in your church and the choir and things like that. It takes a lot of time management, doesn't it?
It sure does. I believe I have wrestling mainly to owe me for that. Not only wrestling, but I feel like that's played a big factor. But the other sports as well, it's sure been a grind. But it sure has taught me a lot, not only in the classroom, but as well it will carry on later in life when you're pressed for time and you have to make time to do the other important things. I'm very grateful to have been able to participate in those events that have been able to teach me that.
Well, you might have to use some of that. You're talking about maybe looking for an opportunity in ROTC for college. That's going to require a lot more a lot of discipline for sure. And then what are your plans? What do you want to study?
The plan right now is to study education, either at John Carroll University or Ohio Northern. And then I want to come back into possibly being a teacher and a coach, because I want to give back to the sports that I have come to grow and love so much. And I think it'd be a great way to teach kids. And I think that's my passion right now.
Good for you. Give a shout out to the people on your team at home and at school that have really helped you.
Hugely, first of all, my parents, my mom and my dad. I don't know where I'd be without them. They've done so much for me. I couldn't ask for more. My family as well. They've been there with me every step of the way. And my teammates and my classmates at school, who have been very extremely supportive of me. And I feel like it's truly a family at Marian, that I can go there and feel comfortable with who I am. It's just an all-out great environment. I'm very blessed.
Well, we congratulate you again on all your success and best wishes.
Thank you.
All right, Patrick Ernst from Marian High School. Kaylin Andrews is here from Washington High School. And Kaylin's not only our Student Athlete of the Week, but he's one of those guys in the starting lineup and a guy that's been a big part of the success here at Washington. You guys are battling for an NIC championship. First of all, congratulations on all the hard work and effort you put into everything you're doing.
Thank you. Well, I didn't hear the question, but right now, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm trying to come in and I'm trying to win this NIC for my coach, honestly. I'm doing it for my coach because he's been coaching us, and I don't want his hard work. I'm telling you to go unknown. He been working us, pushing us to this point, and we can't let him down. We can't let him down at all.
Coach Johnson's also one of those guys that's very concerned about what else you're doing and how your life is going. He gets involved in it. It really makes a difference when you got a coach that really cares.
Oh, yes, it does. It really does. Like, he get on us about schoolwork. That's his main thing. School, school, school. Make sure our grades are right. He keep us in contact with everything. I'm telling you, he's always there for us when we need him.
You have an opportunity now because of your skill to play basketball, but because of your grades, you have other opportunities, and you're keeping your options open.
Oh, yes. I'm just looking for a home. So,
well, I'll tell you what, at 6'5", I think you're going to get a shot because there's a lot of teams that can't teach a guy to be 6'5". Talk about the support troops that you have, your family at home, and the people here at Washington that have had your back.
Oh, my family, my friends, exactly, and my teammates. My teammates keep pushing me, especially Brian Gibbon and Anthony Brazier. They always pushing me. When I'm down, like, man, I'm like doing it. They push me. And I would not be the player I am without them and God.
That's one of the bonds that's going to last you the rest of your life, isn't it? The special bond just from working hard together.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Kalen, we congratulate you on your success. You did a great job, by the way. I know you're a little nervous, but you did a great job, and wish you the best, not only tonight, but in the tournament and everything you're going to do. Wish you the best.
Right now, I'm being humble. Just let's see what happens next week.
All right, Kalen, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Kalen Andrews. Stay here, young man. Kalen Andrews from Washington High School and Patrick Ernst from Marian High School, our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. They remind you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights in just a moment, but first off, a few words from Marian High School.
Now is the time for you to consider choosing Marian, a great place to spend 4 years of high school.
Here are the top 10 reasons our students say you should choose Marian.
Number 10, the clubs.
One of the best ways to enjoy high school is to get involved. There are over 30 different clubs you can join. Right to Life, Campus Ministry, Art Club, Quiz Bowl, Robotics, and more. Whatever your interests, we have the club for you.
Number 9, athletics.
Marian has 26 varsity sports. About 72% of the students are involved in a competitive athletic program. It is a great way for you to make new friends and have fun.
Number 8, plenty of space to grow.
The building is large and designed so that you cannot get lost. The lockers are the largest in the area. There are over 35 remodeled classrooms with smartboards so that the whole class is interacting and participating together. The Lesh Family Library was updated this summer. Marian's academic area, 2 gymnasiums, and sports fields are spread over 72 acres with room to grow.
Number 7, the numbers.
At least 97% of Marian graduates go directly to college, and over half earn the Academic Honors Diploma. Every year, seniors are named National Merit Finalists and Commended Scholars. Marian has earned an A from the state of Indiana and is a top-rated 4-star school. Marian offers 17 AP and dual credit classes, which means that you can begin your college career with 6 or more credits.
Number 6, school spirit.
School spirit is an essential part of being a Knight. Energetic and enthusiastic fans support friends and classmates at games by wearing spirit wear and participating in the themes assigned. You are invited to cheer the Knights to victory.
Number 5, community outreach.
At Marian, we strive to live the example set by Jesus Christ as teacher and servant. The Art Club sponsors Santa's Workshop at the Center for the Homeless, and the National Honor Society members give homework help after school. You are invited to contribute your talents and your time to worthwhile volunteer service.
Number 4, the teachers and the administrators.
High school can be a challenging and demanding 4 years. Marian teachers and administrators care about you. They are knowledgeable in their subjects and dedicated to their students. They want you to succeed and are willing to answer questions and give you extra help after class.
Number 3, college preparatory academics.
Marian will prepare you for college. You will be challenged and engaged as you study English, math, science, social studies, and theology. Marian offers honors, regular, and basic college prep classes, plus AP or dual credit courses. You will discover new talents as you study one of the 4 world languages, fine arts, family and consumer science, business, technology, and more.
Number 2, Catholic identity.
The Catholic character of Marian appears everywhere and at all times. Bishop Rhodes visits the school annually, and Marian's chaplain, Father Chris Lapp, is available to hear confessions and to celebrate Mass. The principal and dean of student formation lead the students in prayer 3 times a day. The theology classes are serious classes that instruct and guide you on your faith journey. Marian provides opportunities for you to deepen your relationship with God by participating in campus ministry, the all-school masses, the liturgical choir, and the retreat program. The chapel is open all day, every day, whenever you need to pray.
Number 1, the students.
The best part of Marian is the students. At Marian, you will be surrounded by students who are serious about preparing for college and for heaven. They will welcome you and include you.
We are proud to call ourselves the Marian family, and you are invited to join.
The TV46 game of the week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. Nationally known, locally owned, that's Crown Trophy. Bob Nagel with Bo Hunt. Bill Beck is along our sidelines tonight for Dr. R.V. Macri, and we'll have another report from him about what's happening here at halftime. But I can tell you that the Washington Panthers got off to a terrific start in this ball game, and Bo Marian has given a good effort, just haven't been able to find that offense.
They really have, and I think one of the biggest things that leads to that is the offensive boards that Washington's getting. Marian's not able to really box them out. Washington's crashing the board. They're doing a great job of getting the second and third chance opportunities.
A lot of highlights in that first half. We'll take a look at a few of them here for you on our halftime report. And again, Marian able to get inside for a basket there. Bernard early with that one. But Washington comes back, and I'll tell you what, they had a lot of people contributing. It was Gibbons for the basket and Glass, and Gibbons again inside penetrating. He also got a good play in the first half from Kalen Andrews. And Marian a couple times able to get a transition basket. That's Jair Rogers got his first bucket, but there's the big man Andrews inside for Washington. And then Glass gets inside strong. Late in the half, got the 2 that made it a 12-point lead here at the break. And Washington leading at 37-25. But we look at those numbers, and the field goal percentage is real solid for Washington. And as Bill Beck pointed out, maybe that has more to do with the defense that they're playing in addition to executing on offense.
Well, I think that's one of the key things. You do look at that field goal percentage. Washington's really dominating on that. But the rebounds and the turnovers as well. And I think that has a lot to do with Washington's ability to really hinder Marian's offense and really go after him on the offensive board as well.
You know, Marian missing Anthony Blum inside, but they're working hard on the board. Just tough to get a carom, especially some of those longer shots that Washington took. They thought if they missed, it'd come off long. Marian has tipped a couple of them. Washington's able to get 2 and 3 chances at the glass, and they're executing very well. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back in just a moment, and then we'll hear from Bill Beck, and he'll get a chance to talk with Rob Berger. All that coming up, and our third quarter in a moment here on TV 46 WHME. Tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School basketball brought to you by IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise, IU South Bend. And how about a tip of the cap to Indiana's Hoosiers, game and a half up in the Big Ten. Pretty nice situation there. And so we get back to action here. Marian trailing Washington 37-25. And let's go down to Bill Beck, who I know talked to Rob Berger just a moment ago. Bill Beck for our J.V. Macri sideline report. J.V. Macri Orthodontics. Bill, what did Coach Berger have to say?
Rob Berger didn't have a whole lot to say, but the very pointed comments. First of all, he talked about Washington's dribble penetration, getting way too many opportunities inside, whether off the dribble with the shot or the easy dish off. The other thing is rebounding, and that's very clear. 16-7, pretty much doubled up there in rebounding, more than doubled up, I think. Right now with the size differential, these Washington players, this is the first time I got to take a look at them, Bob. These are not only big, strong kids. These are thick kids. These are not skinny basketball players. These are solid athletes. And right now, Marian's just having a hard time physically matching up 5-on-5 with Washington's strength and speed.
Well, I'm really impressed with Josh Wilson. Thank you, by the way, Bill Beck, our J.V. Macri sideline report. And they've got, as Bill said, a nice selection of size and strength and speed and quickness and jumping ability. And Marian, I guess, you look at your 12 points down, you want to work your way back, maybe cut it to 6 at the end of the quarter. You got the basketball to start, and you haven't been a little bit sloppy, so if they can tighten that thing up, it should help. Marian on the attack. Barnard out top. Hemingway looking for a backdoor cut, goes the opposite side. Latimer says 3 for me, and it's off no good. Rebound down to Givens. Our four-quarter sponsor tonight, the folks at Biomat USA. Shot inside. Ooh, denied by the Knights. Pretty good defense right there. Be out of bounds to Washington. Folks, there are millions of reasons to donate plasma. What's your reason? Share it with us at What's Your Reason. Hashtag What's Your Reason. Folks from Biomat USA sponsoring our broadcast tonight. Marian with another opportunity. Hemingway got it out to Jair Rogers. He pulls up about a 12-footer. That's off no good. Folks, sometimes it looks like he's inventing a shot, but he's got that. He's done it very well all season long.
Yeah, he's got that nice little soft roll in there, and what a great job feed by Givens on that.
And an excellent hesitation by Tyler White as he puts it down for his first two. Marian down 14. You don't want this hole to get much bigger. The sand starts piling in on you. Jair Rogers got a little room on the baseline, goes to the baseline. Kicked at the far corner. Whitfield three on the way. That one's off no good, but a good rebound putback. And Barnard pretty active on the board that time. Nobody located him. Nobody boxed him out.
Well, that's a great job by Marian. I think their first putback on the night.
Speaking of not taking care of business, Marian left the back door open that time, and Brazier finished it. Marian can't trade baskets here in the third quarter. Got to make some headway. They're down 14, 41-27. Whitfield, he had a good look just a moment ago, and he's a good three-point shooter. Latimer's your guy, 50% in the season. He knocked that one down. Zach Latimer with his third three-pointer of the night. Down to an 11-point ball game. Now if you can get a stop or two, Washington going to try to be patient, get the good shot. Glass inside, out the glass, no good, and the rebound down to Whitfield. Whitfield in traffic, spun around. Glass came up with a loose ball. Whitfield dove on top of him, but Washington had called a timeout. Heads-up play by Chad Johnston. He was a heads-up player, Clay and Bethel, and he made a good play right there. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're back in a moment. 5:44 to go in the third quarter. Washington on top by 11. Tonight's broadcast of high school basketball being brought to you by Smart Cabinetry. Smart Cabinetry, believing in the youth of our community, and they will have the sponsorship of our post-game feature, the Smart Play of the Game. Not sure we've seen it yet. We've seen some smart plays, Bo, but we'll see what happens there.
We definitely have. We'd like to thank Mike Lightfoot and the Bethel Pilots. They have advanced to the second round of the Crossroads League tournament and will play at Indiana Westland on Saturday afternoon. Mike and the Pilots want to thank everyone for their support at the games this season and during the playoffs. Contact the Bethel website at bethelcollege.edu for more camp information. Best wishes to both teams in tonight's games.
Washington on the attack. Lorenzo Glass with the basketball. Got it off on the right side there to Givens. He's dribbling around a little bit. Hemingway trying to limit his opportunities. Back inside goes Givens. A little pushing and shoving. Got it out to Glass. He fires the rainbow. It's off no good. Offensive rebound again for Washington, and Hemingway slaps his way in there and draws the foul. Hemingway trying to knock it loose and maybe get a free one, but he gets his third foul.
He does pick up his third foul there. They did call it on Hemingway.
Washington trying to inbound. Ball's knocked loose. Marian comes up with a Whitfield in the backcourt. A couple guys stayed back trying to pick his pocket, but Whitfield gets it across the midcourt stripe. And there's a reach again. Whitfield gets to the free throw line and a little bit closer. Put up about a 12-footer, no good. Oh, nice backdoor pass, a nice look, and flying to the basket was Brazier, but he got hammered on the way in. And a foul called on the Marian Knights. And I tell you what, Latimer that time feeling a little bit outmatched with the quickness of the Washington Panthers. You see the pass on our Adams Remco replay, and Brazier went up strong, and so did Latimer. He draws the foul. That's his second.
Ancilla College will help you build a better future. Degrees in nursing, criminal justice, business, and more. Financial aid is available. Remember, your FAFSA is due by March 10th to qualify for grants and scholarships. Live and learn at Ancilla's beautiful, safe campus near Plymouth. Learn more at www.ancilla.edu.
Anthony Brazier's second free throw off, no good, and another offensive rebound for the Panthers. They drive inside, shot put up, knocked away by Marian. And here come the Knights, 2-on-1, and finishing off the glass Nice job there by the Marian Knights as Hemingway is able to finish. Hemingway with his first points of the second half. First points of the ball game. And it's a 10-point ball game. And again, Bo, you're looking at Washington wanting to stay with what they're doing. Chad Johnson said if we execute, get it inside, that's going to happen.
Yeah, they definitely have gotten it inside a lot better this second half. I think the biggest change is the offensive rebounds. Marian's able to get a body on somebody and not allow those second chance points.
Good rush to the basket that time by the Marian Knights. Hemingway forced the issue a little bit, got the shot off, it wouldn't go. But a push from behind, and a foul is whistled. Is that on Kalen Andrews? It's his second. Kalen Andrews does have the foul. It's his second. And Hemingway will go to the free throw line for the Marian Knights. 65% on the season, makes the first one. Hemingway also 24% from three-point range. R.J. Decker coming into the ball game, replacing Latimer. No, Latimer's just going to move out top. He replaces Barnard, who goes out. There's Barnard. No, Barnard's in there too. So Marian going to go with as big a lineup as they possibly can, trying to stem that rebounding effort as Hemingway makes both free throws.
Those free throws brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen, brought to you by the new DQ KC Barbecue Bacon Cheeseburger, $5, $5 lunch.
Latimer commits a foul. The Panthers trying to run the ball along the baseline. Really didn't have to foul. They didn't have much room to go. But Latimer has a foul. That's his third. 4:01 to go, third quarter. Chad Johnson goes to the bench. Corey McKinney comes out. And they get the ball into Andrews. He got it right back and going strong to the hoop, putting up a shot. It's no good. Rebound is up, no good. Rebound is down to Decker. Decker got it off quickly to Jair Rogers, going through traffic, getting all the way to the hoop, tried to go up, knocked out of bounds. But no foul on that play. Jair Rogers looking over to Rob Berger. What do we want to run here, Coach? Well, I'd like to run that 6-point play if we got one. 44-34, Marian hanging around. Got it into Decker, off the glass, shot up, no good. Boy, that's a good chance for RJ. Washington with the rebound. Here they come down the floor, and Decker did a good job of boxing out. Ball's tipped out of bounds off of Washington. It'll belong to Marian. So the Knights have had a couple of times here, Bo, in the third quarter. What I keep saying is the line in the sand, you know, if you can just get a stop, and they've done it a couple times, you get a 3 here, and it's a 7-point game after everything has gone Washington's way.
It really has, and, you know, this start of this half, and even through the, you know, with 3.5 to go, Marian's had every opportunity to really get back into this game.
Jair Rogers shot up, no good. Boy, that was a good chance for Jair. That's one of his shots. High off the iron and in the hands of the Washington Panthers. And now Chad Johnson said, hey, let's be patient here. 3:13 to go. Let's get a good shot. Got the ball back in the hands of Brian Givens. Bryant's got 3 fouls. Got to be a little careful being aggressive offensively. Jair Rogers playing with 2 fouls. Key point of game here, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Want to thank the folks from Barnaby's Pizza in Jefferson. They've voted the Reader's Choice Best for pizza since 2015. Ball inside, it's out of bounds off of Marian. Barnaby's Pizza. Reminds you, nothing goes better on game day than piping hot pizza with all your favorite toppings. Stop in this weekend at Barnaby's Pizza. Come in and celebrate a victory. Washington gets the ball in. Nice inbounds pass from Brazier, and now a whistle. And there's a foul over here on the baseline.
Looked like an injury timeout.
It's the big guy. We've been bragging about Josh Wilson. Bill Beck's down there in the sidelines for us for Dr. J.V. Macri. And Bill, did you see any injury there?
I didn't see anything coming down the floor there, Bob, but it looked like Wilson just had like a hamstring, or not a hamstring, but a calf injury to his left calf. I saw nothing coming down the floor. I see he went up and just came down awkward on it. Didn't see a kick or anything like that.
Well, foul called on Decker. That's his third for the Marian Knights. Thank you, Bill Beck. His sideline report brought to you by J.V. Macri Orthodontics.
Next time you're on your way to a party or to get together, stop by Martin's Supermarket's Deli and find a wide range of grab-and-go appetizer and snack trays that will be perfect for addition to your table. Veggie, cheese, crackers, and more. Martin's is your party tray go-to place.
Couple of free throws knocked down by Kalen Andrews. What a polished-looking young man he is. Not only on the floor, but also doing a great job in the classroom. Proud of that young man. Jair Rogers from Marian gets double teamed. He gets over in the wing, spins around a little bit, trying to create some space. Latimer gets it back to him. 2:25 left to go, third quarter. Marian down by 12, where they were at halftime. Trying to make some headway. Good screen there by Decker. He gets the ball out top, left side to Hemingway. Hemingway out top to Jair Rogers. Tries to go down the lane, got it to Hemingway, didn't shoot. Hemingway spin move in the lane, got close, put it up and in. Nice job by Hemingway. Wouldn't hurt for him to be a little more aggressive, Bo. He's got 6 points here in the third quarter.
There's that confidence that you talked about, and a good shot that he has. He just needs to show that confidence just a little bit more.
Washington with the ball out near the midcourt stripe with $1:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Givens, now to get the ball inside. Decker with a nice steal. Got it out to Latimer, going to get it ahead on the right side. Jair Rogers in traffic went up. Oh my, and he was fouled. Glass didn't agree with the call. Not Glass, let's see, that foul is going to be whistled on Tyler White. Jair Rogers went in and White thought he had pretty good position, got most of the ball. Nice job by Decker to anticipate the pass. Latimer with a good pass. And well, there's some contact in there. I guess you could call something anytime there. Jair Rogers makes the free throw.
Marian Knights free throws are brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Frick's Dairy Queen on South Michigan, proud supporters of the Marian Knights.
Jair Rogers will have another opportunity. Made them both. So Rogers on the board here in the third quarter, and Marian has cut the lead down to 8.
Barnaby's Pizza on Jefferson has been voted the Reader's Choice for Best Pizza 2015. Nothing goes better on game day than a piping hot pizza with all your favorite toppings. Stop in this weekend at Barnaby's Pizza. Come in and celebrate the win. That's Barnaby's Pizza, and they fed our crew tonight.
Marian gets called on another foul for reaching in over on the side. Looked like he had a pretty good trap going on, but Latimer gets his 4th. Latimer with 10 points, 3 3-pointers. He's going to have to come out of the ball game. That's something Rob Berger wanted to do. But Jake Whitfield will check back in. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Marian's gotten back within 8.
You know, Latimer out of the lineup with that 4th foul. I mean, he's one of their premier 3-point shooters, and that's going to be tough. And he's been great on the board as well tonight.
Nice job defensively again by Decker. Cut out the lane. Jair Rogers goes in, gets hammered on the way down. They're going to call this a breakaway. Let's see. They're going to talk about it. I'm not sure there was any effort to go after the ball. Jair Rogers still down on the floor at the end of the court. He got hammered going up there.
And Brazier is kind of limping around as well. He come running back, and he's holding his calf as well.
Foul is whistled on Anthony Brazier, his second. And watch this. Is he going for the ball? Yep.
But body.
He also got some of the head and the shoulders, and they got one of those ice scrapers down there and got Jair Rogers up off the floor.
They sure did. Marian Knights free throws brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen, home with a $5 lunch special.
Here's free throw away. Got it. Nice soft touch. Our fouls tonight, by the way, brought to you by Sweeney Julian. Call them at 247-1234. They can help with any serious legal matter. Foul in the game is not all that serious, but if you have a legal matter, they're as serious as it gets. Sweeney Julian. Second free throw by Jair Rogers is good. Rogers having himself a good night.
He sure is. He's really stepped up here in the second half, and Marian Knights find themselves only down by 6.
And Glass got it inside. Now off on the wing, and a shot put up and no good. Rebound down to the Marian Knights. Here comes Jair Rogers. Jair across the midcourt stripe. And gets bumped. And a foul call.
Well, Brazier will pick up his 3rd.
Brazier looking a little frustrated. Missed a couple of shots here, and they want to keep that momentum going. Watch there. Got a hand up. Just wanted to see what number he had on. So Rogers draws the foul. That's 4 fouls on Washington. Marian has 5 here, and we've got 43 seconds to go. Whitfield tied up, able to get it to Hemingway. Michael, Rogers, and inside off the glass. Nice job by Whitfield to find a lane down the lane. He puts it up and in. Whitfield with a half a dozen tonight. 25 seconds ago, we got a 4-point game. Wow. Kind of what Marian did to Chesterton the other night. Now it's a nice job by Whitfield inside. He kind of deflected the first one. Washington Glass comes up with a second one and a foul called on the Knights as they were really hustling, thought they'd get a free one there, and they almost did.
Looks like that might be on Hemingway, and if that is, that's his fourth.
Well, Michael Hemingway has 4.
It sure is.
Devin Kennedy will check in along with Demetrius Jackson. Oh, Rob Berger wishes, huh?
I had a flashback there. I was like, I'm looking down on my roster. I'm like, wait a second.
We talked about Demetrius doing so well, but Devin Kennedy's really been one of maybe the rookie of the year in the Ivy League, playing at Princeton, doing a great job there. Inside, in traffic, shot put up a little short. Rebound Washington. They go up again in the foul call. I think Quinn maybe on that one. Be a couple of free throws coming up for the Panthers. And the foul is on Coley Quinn, the 6'2 freshman. Trying to buy some minutes for his team. Doing a good job in there. Put Washington at the line. The Panthers have been just under 70% in the season, and that one's knocked down, and a good job again by Andrews. He's an impressive player, isn't he, Bo?
He sure is. He plays well inside, and he really gets after it, and that's for sure.
He'll have another free throw coming on the season. 76% from the line. How important does that get to be at tournament time? Marian down by 6. Half-court shot off the glass by Whitfield, no good, and that's the way we'll go to the final quarter of action here tonight from the Great Western Forum. Marian needed to cut into a 12-point lead, and they did. They cut it in half. It's 6 points. Washington 48, Marian 42. Fast breaks. Big part of this third quarter. Back in a moment on TV 46. Tonight's TV 46 coverage of high school basketball being brought to you in part by the electrical workers of Local 153, making our community brighter. And also being brought to you tonight by Sweeney Julian, your litigation experts, reminding you to reach them online at theverdict.com or call them at 247-1234. Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, Bill Beck back with you. We're getting ready to go to the final 8 minutes. And Bill Beck, you know, you talked about this Washington schedule earlier in the broadcast, and you know, you talked to Ted Johnson. He said it made us a better team.
You got to think back. They haven't lost a game since January 2nd, so it's been a long time that they've been in a pressure kind of a game like this. But during that stretch, right before and right after Christmas, they lost 5 of 6 games. Coach Johnson told me before the game they did some soul searching after that, and they learned how to win basketball games and learned about themselves. That may come in handy here in this fourth quarter, Bob.
Givens with a good pass over to Brazier, who missed, but Givens came on the weak side, got the putback. It's an 8-point game, 50-42. Outstanding play there by Givens. Boy, we've seen a lot of great individual efforts, and now the official says Marian stepped on the end line. Jair Rogers might not agree with that. Turnover gives the ball back to Washington. Marian was down 12 at halftime. They cut it to 6, and it was 8. It's 8 now at 50-42, and Bo, you don't want to get back down by 12. That's a long way to come back.
No, they definitely don't, especially here to start in the fourth quarter. And Washington did a great job here the last 2 possessions, really trying to get position. That one there is just off of Andrews as well.
Chad Johnson didn't agree with that call. I think he might be a little frustrated, but he wants his team to keep playing, and that's what they do. That shot came pretty early in the possession. Here comes Whitfield down the floor. He got him tied up, now he goes in the corner. And Jair Rogers will give it out to Decker. Barnard looking in the paint. Now they try to go down there and they get it in the paint. And a soft shot put up and a great roll there by Jair Rogers.
What a great shot and great roll by Jair on that, going over the top of the guys.
Jair Rogers now with 18 points in the ball game. Boy, R.J. Decker's giving him a nice look. There's a shot down the lane, and finish it is Andrews, and he drew the foul. Going to say R.J. Decker's been doing a good job defensively, but he gets called on a foul that time. Just got there a half step late to stop Andrews.
That's Mr. Decker's 4th foul on the night. Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA. They have pride for donors and passion for patients. Biomat is located at 1901 West Western Avenue in South Bend. There are millions of reasons to donate plasma. What's your reason? Share with us. Hashtag what's your reason?
16 points now for Andrews in the ball game. Whitfield trying to create some play. Turn, spin, got to the basket, put it up, and got hammered on the way in. Whitfield's creating opportunities. Got to make your free throws. Whitfield goes to the charity stripe. He's 65% on the season. outstanding football player. Boy, you remember when he was out for Marian with injuries, and then when he came back, Marian, very good football team. Reggie Glein had another terrific season. Reggie going to be stepping down as athletic director at Marian, but he's going to continue as the head football coach. And Whitfield spins it up and it won't go.
Marion's free throw is brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Frick's Dairy Queen, the $5 lunch. Lunch will never be the same.
6:27 to go. They're all big points now. Whitfield on the strike. Second one off, no good. Tipped out, and Whitfield tried to save it. And it goes to Washington. The Panthers on top by 9 with the basketball. And now a whistle and timeout. Chad Johnson wants to call a timeout. Wants to talk to his troops about how they want to handle it down the stretch against the Marian Knights. We've got a timeout. We're back in a moment on TV 46 WHME. Tonight's broadcast of high school basketball being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life. Bob Nagel, Bo Hunt, Bill Beck back with him here at the Great Western Forum, and Bill Beck's handling our sideline report for JV Macri Orthodontics. Trust your smile to an expert. And Bill, we've gone down to you a couple times. We talked about the Marian Knights being devoid of senior players tonight, but some of the younger players by this time of the year, you're expecting juniors to play like seniors.
And you have no choice right now, especially with the thinness of the Marian bench. These guys have to, Decker, Barnard, Quinn, they're going to have to give quality minutes here with all the foul troubles. And really, both teams are going to get themselves really in trouble here with 6:18 to play, Bob. I think fouls are going to be a huge, huge factor here as we get down the stretch. Who can keep their better players on the basketball floor?
I know Marion's probably made a decision. We got to dance with who brung us, and even if we lose somebody, we've got to keep our guys in there. Jair Rogers guarding now as the ball goes over on the side to Givens. He dribbled inside. Another penetration, and now on the wing. And again, Chad Johnson, I think during that timeout, Bo had to tell his guys, look, if you don't have a lane to the basket or a wide open shot, I don't want you forcing anything. They're penetrating and then kicking. Now a shot. There's an open look and a nice shot put up, no good. An offensive rebound for Washington inside. And off the glass, up and in, Josh Wilson.
What a great job by Wilson, really using that body inside and getting right back in there and showing his presence felt.
Jair Rogers going to put the team on his back for a while here if he can. Shot up, no good. Rebound out of there, and another rebound for the big guy inside. Pass ahead, and a pass and a foul down the lane. As getting there just a half a second late that time was Barnard, and he gets the foul with 5:25 to go, and Washington up 55-44. Our four-quarter sponsor tonight is Biomat USA. Be a lifesaver at Biomat USA, where they have pride for donors and passion for patients.
Southwest Docking and Handling is your source for material handling equipment, including dock equipment, overhead doors, pallet racking, shelving, conveyors, mezzanines, and much, much more. The professionals at Southwest Docking and Handling can customize your installations. New or used, they have what you need at Southwest Docking and Handling. Call Jim Nowicki or Andy Berger at 800-540-4391. Southwest Docking and Handling says go Knights and go Panthers.
Those two guys who went to the respective schools, Jim Nowicki, a Washington grad, might be getting a free donut from Andy Berger. I know how those guys work. Andy, a Marian grad. Second free throw is good. Andy Berger's nephew, Nick Graville, led the Riley bowling team downstate last week. Congratulations to Nick and the Riley Wildcat Keglers. Left side, Barnard with the ball, looking inside, nothing there. Quinn, talented freshman. He's seen a lot of minutes here tonight. He'll learn from this. It'll be a valuable experience, no question about that. On top, Barnard back in the wing. Decker couldn't do anything with it. Now they get over to Whitfield on the near side. Whitfield back to Jair Rogers all the way in his paint. Off the glass, wouldn't go, but he drew the foul.
Come get yourself a premium sandwich at a not-so-premium price. Try the oven-hot artesian-style DQ Bakes Chicken Bacon Ranch Sandwich for less than $5 today. Only at Frick's DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. Proud to support the Marian Knights.
4:48 to go. Marian has fallen behind by 13. That is foul number 4 on Bryant Givens. A lot of people playing with 4 out there tonight. Jair Rogers at the line. Free throw on the way. Rolls off. Wouldn't go.
Marian Hall of Fame inductee Rod Goodchild is coming out with his second book on Marian Knights tradition titled 50 Years of Marian High School Athletic Legends, 1966 to 2016. Going on sale July 30th. Go for it. It's magic. Yeah, that's the ticket. Go Blue, go Knights, go Marian.
Rod Goodchild going to love you the way you read that one, partner. Free throw. Second one is good for Rogers. Knights down by a dozen with 4:40 to go. Still time to get something done here. Depends how quick Washington wants to push the envelope. And now Glass nearly traveled with the bat or carried the ball. Got a hold of it. Got it back out top. Into the hands of Bryant Givens. Back to Glass. Looking in the high post. No shot clock in high school ball, so you can run some clock to get it down to 4:18. Back out top, ball nearly lost by Glass. Now tipped by Marian and in the hands of Barnard. It's loose on the floor and a whistle. Barnard had it for just a moment. And they're going to call the foul on Bernard as he dove over the top trying to get the ball back. Now watch him deflects it, gets it for a second, but good play by Washington to combine a couple players there fighting for the ball, and Bernard made the tackle.
He sure did. He just came right over the top there, and loose ball foul, and Glass gets to go to the line. Mike Lightfoot and the Bethel Pilots have advanced to the second round of the Crossroads League Tournament and will play at Indiana Westland on Saturday afternoon. Mike and the Pilots want to thank everyone for their support at their games this season and during the playoffs. Contact the Bethel website at bethelcollege.edu for camp information and best wishes to both teams in tonight's game.
Congratulations, Coach Lightfoot. Another terrific season. Another missed free throw by Washington, but they've had an Achilles tendon or Achilles injury. You know what I'm trying to say, Bo. They have a spot where they've been a little bit suspect tonight. Has been free throw shooting. There's a long shot put up on the side by Latimer, no good. 3:48 to go. Achilles heel.
The heel, there
Thank
you go. Yep. Wings Etc. is a proud sponsor of high school athletics throughout Michiana. Wings Etc. Great food, ice cold beverages, HDTV sports, plus great daily lunch specials. Visit any of our 10 area locations or online at wingsetc.com. That's wingsetc.com.
Jair Rogers called for his third foul of the night. 3:40 to go, and Washington back at the free throw line in a person of Anthony Brazier. He's 55% on the season, made that one. Anthony Brazier, 6'1" senior. You know, these guys, they all talk about how long they've been playing together.
You know, Washington's done a great job at the line tonight, and I think that's one area where Marian thought they would have the advantage, but Washington's done a great job of getting there and knocking them down when they got there.
Another offensive rebound and put back by Andrews, and a whistle and a foul called. This time it's on Washington. 3:34 left to go in the fourth quarter of action. It's 58-45. Washington on top by 13. And the foul that time called on the Washington Panthers. Officials are pointing toward the scorer's table when they give the foul number, so it's tough to see until they put it up on the board. That one is called on Josh Wilson, his second.
Southwest Docking and Handling is your source for material handling equipment, including dock equipment, overhead doors, pallet racking, shelving, conveyors, mezzanines, and much more. The professionals at Southwest Docking and Handling can customize your installations. Call Jim Nowicki or Andy Berger at 800-540-4391.
Wow, what a finish by Brazier there as he got into traffic, got tied up, and hung in there. A real strong effort. And back the other way, Hemingway put it up, and it's no good. Marian is really struggling to find offense right now, and they're in the deepest hole they've been the whole game, 60-45. Washington's done a nice job. That was a good timeout by Chad Johnson with 6:36 to go. In the last 3 minutes, they've taken that lead from 8 now up to 15. And they're spacing the floor nicely.
I think one of the biggest things is this leadership and this veteran crew that Washington has. You can see how confident they are with all their passes, and everybody feels comfortable passing, dribbling, dribble, drive, whatever it is. It don't matter who it is on the floor for them.
Glass with a good pass over to Givens. Drives through the lane, back to Glass. He'll spend some more time. Got it back to Givens. Givens putting on a show, and I don't blame him. He's been outstanding tonight. We're down to 2:28 to go, and some of the fans starting to head out. They've seen what they needed to see. The Washington Panthers with a chance to wrap up an undisputed, undefeated NIC season. In the corner, jumper put up and knocking it down again is Brazier. Brazier just made that tough layup inside. Now he cans a three. And the Knights down 18. Looks like this one's been decided. Here's good news from Marian. There's a good play by Latimer. Put on the floor, got inside, put it up, wouldn't finish, and now a foul called on Marian. I think it's on Marian. Looks like it's on Barnard. If it is, that's his fourth. Oh, the good news for Marian is Washington's in Class 4A.
That is good news for Marian. They got Glenn coming up in the first round. Marian does, and that's one of the things that they're looking forward to as well, is getting into that 3A tournament. Tonight, stay tuned after tonight's contest to find out which play makes the smart play of the game. That's powered by Smart Cabinetry, customer focused, budget conscious, and rapid delivery. Washington, on the other hand, plays in that Plymouth sectional, which is very wide open. Washington, Riley, Adams, Plymouth, any one of those teams can win that sectional as well.
First free throw off and no good that time for Josh Wilson. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, Rick Carter. He's getting the South Bend Community School Corporation's annual media award, the Woody Miller Award. And Rick and I were partners back in the day, back at WSBT, and have had a great relationship, and I'm really proud of that guy. Congratulations to Rick Carter, and also Al Lessar from the South Bend Tribune, who's going to be inducted in the Sports Writers and Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame later this year. Al's here tonight covering the game for the South Bend Tribune. Marian got a bucket there from Jair Rogers. He'll go to the free throw line. There's Rick Carter working for WSBT. Covering radio broadcasts over there.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies is the world leader in metal finishing solutions. The team at IFT sets the standard in the aerospace, automotive, medical, and defense and military industries. Platings, coatings, dry film, ceramic, and painted finishes, along with testing and consulting, provide expertise and have earned national accreditation. Call toll-free 888-802-0827 to reach our team. Like the teams in this game, we work toward a great finish.
Well, coming up on TV 46, the girls' state championship games. We just really enjoyed bringing you the game last week with Argus, a big winner. They'll take on Jack Sendell. That's Saturday at 10:30 in the morning right here on TV 46. If you're watching our replay, it's coming up next. Our 2A girls' state finals will feature Covenant Christian against Lafayette Central Catholic. That'll be at about 12:45. That's the second game. Then we take a break in the afternoon and come back with the girls' 3A state final. Heritage Christian defeated St. Joe last week. They'll take on North Harrison. That's a 6 p.m. start. And then everybody gather around the tube and get one of those Barnaby's pizzas to get ready for the 4A girls' state finals. Columbus North against Penn. That'll be Saturday night about 8:15. And we're crowning state championships here at TV 46. Is what we started out doing at the beginning of the season. You want to crown champions. We got two of our teams still alive in the championship matches coming up this weekend, and proud of those players and those coaches. 63-48, Marian's got it back down to 15, and here come the Panthers. Down the lane, they dish off, and a nice pass and a great finish again by Anthony Brazier. Boy, has he had himself a fourth quarter. He's got 8 points in the fourth quarter alone. Shot from the corner. Off the iron, no good. Rebound inside, and Michael Hemingway got himself a putback for the bucket. Marian hasn't quit. They've just been outmanned a little bit here by Washington, and Washington continues to play really aggressively. And, Bo, I like that. That timeout I talked about with 6:36 to go. It wasn't that Chad Johnson said, let's take the air out of the ball. Let's just be heads up, get a good shot every time down the floor. And when you got seniors, they understand what you're talking about.
It is, exactly. They're not trying to, play four corners and not get a good shot. They're working for a good shot the whole time. They're trying to run some time off the clock, and they're working it in, working the back door, whatever it takes. And they did a great job doing that and really extended this lead to the point where, Marian is down by 15 with a minute and a half to go, and it's pretty much over at this time.
Talked to Chad Johnson the other night. I said, how are your kids doing? 10 and 7. I said, no, they're just born. What goes on here? Second free throw is good. Panthers on top by 16. 1:24 to go. I said a lot of the fans are heading out. They wanted to see if the Knights could challenge, and they did. They had it down to single figures in the third quarter. and heading into the fourth quarter, but Washington had more gas than Marian. Really tired to be given a good effort, and that foul called on Michael Hemingway, and he will foul out of the ball game with 1:10 left to go in the contest. And go down to Bill Beck for a second for JV Macri Orthodontics update. And Bill, you know, we mentioned that the good news for Marian is that Washington's not in Class 3A. But Marian has had a couple of good tests. Number one with Washington here tonight. They're going to come up with a short end of that. They also went to overtime with Warsaw. So when you talk about Marian playing in the 3A state championship bracket, that's a pretty good team in that bracket.
When you're looking at two teams that are probably going to go into next week's sectional tournaments with 4A at Plymouth with Washington and Riley and Adams down there, and Marian the 3A at Jimtown. These two teams are arguably going to be the favorites going in. I'm not going to say huge favorites, but I think you said it earlier, the 4A at Plymouth is an absolute wide open, OK Corral kind of shootout with those kind of teams down there. Plymouth playing well at home on their court. But, Marian's going to they'll take their way from this. They'll do what they can. They'll be ready to go next week in that 3A tournament. But two quality basketball teams who could make deep runs in their sectionals.
Zaire Rogers on the floor, in traffic, threw it up. And the ball comes down to Marian, out to Whitfield. He's back down the lane, kicks it in the corner, three on the way. Jair Rogers, no good. Rebound Washington. And the Panthers with a breakaway opportunity. And oh my, there's an exclamation point to this contest. And give credit to Brian Givens for putting a big punctuation mark on a great win for Washington. Whitfield misses, Decker rebounds. It's no good. Ball tipped around. Washington now, I think, will hold the ball. That's a great way to end this one for the Panthers. Folks, your 2015-2016 NIC undefeated champions are going to be the Washington Panthers, and Marian will let them dribble out the ball. What a great team effort, great classy effort by everybody. And big smiles on the face of the Panthers, and they're going to come over and shake hands with the Knights. What a classy performance by these two teams. And that young man just threw the ball to the official, Anthony Brazier, said, "Here you go, sir. It's over." Washington claims the NIC championship. Marian will finish second. Marian will head to the 3A tournament. There's Rob Berger shaking hands. Good friends with Chad Johnson. They really respect each other. That handshake's coming up here in just a second. Marian will regroup. Washington will be playing with a lot of confidence. As Bill Beck mentioned, they haven't lost since January. And here we are on the doorstep of March. March Madness. Can't wait. Our postgame show is just ahead as Washington wins at 69-50 over the Marian Knights. Bob Nagel with Bo Hunt, Bill Beck. We're back in a moment with our postgame show. Our postgame show tonight will be brought to you in part by Wings Etc. Great food, ice cold beverages, HGTV Sports, plus great daily lunch specials. Visit any of our area locations. Wings Etc. proud sponsor of high school athletics. Back in a moment.
This TV 46 Game of the Week has been brought to you by the following.
We're back with you from the Great Western Forum here at Washington High School, home of the Panthers and home of our TV 46 broadcast crew tonight. It did a great job capturing the highlights. And it was one of those games that you thought might come down to the wire, but foul trouble for Marian was a factor, missing Anthony Blum inside. And just give credit to Washington. You know, they had everything on the line, and they could end up with a share of the title. They wanted it bad, and they played really well.
They really did, and I think it really came down to their defense. Their defense was just top-notch from the start of the game all the way through fourth quarter.
You know, we talked about in the pregame show about guys like Givens and Andrews, and they played extremely well. But Bill Beck's down on the floor right now with our TV 46 player of the game.
We're here with Anthony Brazier, TV 46 Game of the Week. South Bend Washington Panthers, now undefeated, sole possession. You are the outright NIC champions tonight. Anthony, this team played such good defense. I know it was you, it was Givens, it was everybody. But talk about the way you played defense tonight.
The way I played defense tonight, I did my job. It could have been better, but I did my job and helped the team get the win.
How about this whole team and the way they played tonight as a defensive whole? You knew you had to take away Rogers and you had to take away Whitfield from penetration. How'd you get that done?
We had to face guard Rogers because we knew he was going to get hot. and we just had to help side on the other people. We had to help side on Whitfield, we had to help side on Lattimore. We just had to help each other.
How ready is this team for a sectional? It's going to be a tough week. You get a rest for a weekend. You got a tough week coming up next week. How tournament ready is this team?
I think both teams are tournament ready. Once we get our rest, and then we can just go ahead and go at it. Both teams played well tonight.
Coach Johnson told me before the game that stretch in the holidays way back in December and January, you lost your 5 games, a couple of tournaments there. You learned a lot about yourself coming out of that. What did you guys learn about playing together basketball?
Yes, we practice with each other. We come here, we help each other out. We tell each other what's right from wrong. We just tell each other what we need to do. And I think we can be able to go far with this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bob and Bo, back to you guys.
That is our player of the game, brought to you by IU South Bend. That's our Fulfilling the Promise player. And Bo, we've got our smart cabinetry, smart play of the game, and there were a lot of good ones really on both sides, but I thought one that really stood out was here at the end of the first half. Washington leads by 10. They certainly don't want to give Marian a chance to cut it to single digits, so they hold it, and guess what?
That was Glass. What a great take he had there, and that was a great finish to the half as well. Really get up by that 12-point mark.
Again, they didn't allow it to get to single digits. Marian only had a couple of seconds after Glass made the shot, so a terrific basket, but also a chance, if he doesn't make it, might have been another putback for Washington. They were outstanding on those offensive boards.
They really were, and I think in the first half, they were able to get that 12-point lead by really crashing the board and using their size advantage. They had such a big size advantage tonight, and they really used that to their advantage, and they did a great job tonight on that offensive and defensive board.
Well, once again, the lights are going out on us, partners. We got to wrap up our broadcast. Again, a thanks to Tony Beltran, our producer-director tonight. Chuck Freeby, by the way, with Notre Dame baseball this weekend. He'll be back with us next week. And we want to thank everybody who made our broadcast possible here, the folks from Washington and the folks from Marian High School. We appreciate their help so much, and our crew, outstanding. And looking forward to tomorrow, state championship action here on TV 46 beginning at 10:30 in the morning with the Class 1A championship. And Penn will go for a championship at 8:15 tomorrow night right here on TV 46 WHME. I'm Bob Nagel. I want to thank you all for being with us for what was a really great way for the Washington Panthers to cap off the NIC championship. And I tell you what, they also got a pretty good shot at the end of the game by Mr. Brazier to put a cap on a great win for Washington. I'm Bob Nagel for Bo Hunt and Bill Beck. Thanks for being with us. So long from the west side of South Bend.